Hi everybody. We have a very powerful season here. We are drawing to the exact 13-degree Grand Cross coming up exactly between the 19th and the 23rd of April. We have an exact Grand Cross. I wanted to show this to you visually and explain it to you from a global viewpoint, from the way I'm seeing it, and also a personal viewpoint. So, 13 degrees. It's coming at 13 degrees. 13 degrees, as many of you will know, is a powerful number. In the tarot, it is the death card. It is the card of destruction, laying waste to that which is no longer necessary, and allowing something new to be reborn. And after all, when we look at our times now, our serious situation with our economy, our society, our politics, our governments, everything, I would have to say that probably the majority of people are really not feeling very satisfied with the way that we're running our planet. Yes, there are some good people out there, but it's hard that they're working against the very powerful Plutonian in Capricorn forces that don't want a whole lot of change and newness. But we're also working with Uranus, which is the planet of change. So visually, I think this is powerful to see. We have Uranus here in Aries. We have Pluto up here in Capricorn, making a square. In astrology, a square is a challenging aspect. Pluto here making a square to Mars, planet of war, action, can also be peace, but Mars doesn't tend to be very peaceful, but tries to be in Libra. So we have a square here, challenge, challenge. And we have from Uranus here to Jupiter in Cancer, also a challenge. Now Jupiter is the great benefic, is the great abundance giver of the zodiac. So Jupiter has the power to turn things around for the good, for the better, depending on how it's used. And so we have the squares. We have squares here between Pluto and Mars. Pluto, the god of the underworld, the underground, ruled by Scorpio, power, intensity. Mars, action. Of course, it's retrograde right now, so we're seeing a lot of toing and froing going on, but certainly threats of military action and war happening. We've got the square to Uranus, which is people power, rising up against the governments. Freedom, we want our freedoms, don't suppress us any longer. And then what Jupiter does here at the bottom is Jupiter enlarges whatever it touches. So if Jupiter touches something that is positive, that is a breakthrough, for example, Uranus in Aries, I've spoken so many times about medical breakthroughs. And we are seeing some amazing medical breakthroughs. That, I mean, the age, I saw a video recently, a TED video, you might want to watch it, about the possibility that the age of disability can come to an end, that there's a guy with bionic limbs, bionic legs, walking, people in wheelchairs no longer needing to be in wheelchairs. The technology is there, it needs to be developed, of course, but there are huge possibilities here. This is an exciting aspect potentially. But here we are opposite one another. So we've not only got squares reaching out and saying, you know, this is what I think, and the other person saying, no, this is what I think. You better do what I want. So it's pulling in different directions. There's the oppositions here going on, as well as all these squares. And this is why it's such a powerful aspect. Now, this season starts with this eclipse. The eclipse is on the 14th, 15th of April, depending where you live. And the eclipse is in Libra here at 25 degrees. This full moon eclipse. So we have the sun in Aries joining Uranus here, so powerful Aries energy, opposite this eclipse. And the eclipse starts on the Jewish holiday of Passover. No accidents when there's a lot of power coming together. And of course this Grand Cross reaching a climax during the Easter season. So this is extremely powerful. Should we just be looking at these dates? No. Astrology never says exactly it's just these dates. These dates are certainly powerful, but my guess is that it's going to go on for many months and another year or two with this degree of intensity on and off. So don't expect that, oh, you know, we get through to the end of April and everything is over. No, it's not over yet. Uranus and Pluto are still battling it out between one another. Also want to share with you what's interesting is that countries are ruled by signs. And let's take the main countries involved right now. Guess what? Russia is Pluto. Russia is a Capricorn country. So is the UK. But let's take Russia up there. Right opposite, the USA. The USA is a Cancer country. And Jupiter here in Cancer, enlarging everything about the United States. The United States, generally an optimistic country. Oh yes, we can succeed. We're free. We can do whatever we intend to do. It's a very enthusiastic country. It wants to mother the world, Cancer. But Jupiter here now is enlarging all the good points about the United States as an opportunity for that to come through, but all the bad things too. The housing bubble, the economy, the government, the healthcare. Healthcare would come under this. I don't think I need to say more. Don't want to upset too many of you on this. But just to draw your attention to the energies and vibrations being involved here. Here, Aries, the EU. The EU is Aries. Interesting. The EU, an amazing, some people would disagree now, of course, in the experience of it, but an ingenious way to bring together so many countries. The idea behind it was certainly new, and the EU, as we see, they don't bend to anybody else's will. They're kind of out there doing really what they think is right, what they want to do. Here, quietly here, Libra country, China. I'm just drawing the main countries here because I think these are really important. If we look at this Grand Cross, China, I think there's a lot of quiet desperation going on in China. A lot of pressing down of the people. But here we've got, so I just thought I'd draw that to your attention. Just something to think about. The powers that be in opposition. Pluto, Russia, Pluto, it remembers things, it seeks revenge, it plots, it's mysterious, you never quite know what it's up to. It's strong. So that's one part of it I just wanted to draw your attention to. I guess what I'm seeing here, for example, this Mars in Libra, an example, an amazing example of Mars retrograde in Libra, is that for the first time ever, the solicitors, lawyers, attorneys you call them in the United States, in the UK have come out on strike in protesting against cuts in legal aid, helping people who haven't got money for legal aid. Isn't that a wonderful manifestation of this Mars energy saying no more? The law, the justice, the people, Uranus. So as well, what we're seeing is suppressions of the internet. Boy, this Pluto energy, it's out there. There's word out. People want to suppress our freedoms on Twitter, on YouTube. I've many clients in Turkey, they couldn't watch my videos. They were saying, is there anywhere else we can go? What can we do? I get people from China often getting in contact with me. They can't access YouTube from time to time. So those suppressions are a threat. And we, the people, the voice of the people, Uranus in Aries, we have to come together. We have to come together and not allow this to happen. Because believe me, the powers that be do not want the changes. They want to keep their power. But we have more people power with the internet. I feel excited about this, as you can see, than we've ever had before. Ever. Customer service. If you report somebody on the internet, boy, it can go viral, and that business can be ruined in minutes if they don't treat you well. We have much more power than we've ever had. Let's use it wisely. Let's use it for the good. I do see this as a breakthrough time. I see it as a breakthrough time for us personally. Yes, it can be painful. Boy, I've had a few health challenges. Pluto's been aggravating away in my 6th house. And yes, I've had to deal with certain things. You may too. I'm a cardinal sign as well. If you're a cardinal sign, if you're Aries, Libra, Cancer or Capricorn, you too, and especially with planets near or around 13 degrees, you are going to be affected by this cardinal cross. Try to welcome it. Try to see it as the doing away of things in your life that you no longer need. You need to learn some lessons maybe through it, but through it you're going to be richer, wiser, and more able to contribute. So I see this as an extremely powerful time. The eclipses certainly bring turning points. I think there's going to be certain turning points happening during this season, but I just wanted to show you graphically how it looks, the countries involved, and how we, the people, really need to come together. We can do it. Look at the way crowdfunding is happening, where we need to have almost like a side economy, a side society, our own communities, our own ways of doing things, uniquely and differently. And what worked once might not work again. We have to be much more adaptable. And what's the beauty of the cardinal signs is that they are about forward action. The cardinal signs herald the seasons, the spring, the summer, the autumn, the winter. So they are about change. And this is a time of change. And we can choose it. We can choose in our vibrations for the change, for the good of our planet, or we can choose to stay stuck in the old patterns and allow these powers that be, who really haven't done us a whole lot of favours, to continue to suppress us and to suppress our freedoms. So that's my 2 pennyworth. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please comment. I'm going to post it on Facebook as well. I'd love to hear your comments about what's happening for you. What are you doing? And whether there are points in which we can come together and have this move more together for the power, for the people, for the good. Thank you for listening. I hope I've fired you up. Bye for now.